Hello guys, today I'm going to share with you 3 banknotes from French Indochina. So French Indochina is in Southeast Asia. This makes up the territory which is current day Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. So these 3 countries were part of French Indochina from 1887 till 1954 when they gained their independence. So let's start with this banknote here. So this is a 200 Piastres banknote. This was issued from 1953 till 1954, and this particular banknote was issued in Vietnam. There were 2 different variants of this banknotes, and both of them had similar design on the front, but there were differences in the back, and we'll talk about that more. So let's first look at the front. So on the top here it says issuing authorities for states of Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. On the left we have an elephant with very decorative garments. On the right we have 2 water buffaloes treading in water in front of a mountainous terrain. In the center we have a very decorative, almost sort of like a headpiece. Let's flip this over. So on the back of this particular note from Vietnam we have portrait of Bao Dai, which was the last emperor of Vietnam. He ruled from 1926 till 1945. He was the last member of the Nguyen family to rule Vietnam. In the center we have this very decorative gate and some writing in different languages. So if you have the other variant of this note, which was issued in Cambodia, instead of the emperor's portrait, you would have the statue from Angkor. So the other variant was issued in Cambodia, and on their variant you have statue from Angkor temple instead of the emperor. So really beautiful banknote. I want to show you the watermark. So the watermark on this banknote is a tiger. And if you have the other variant, I believe the watermark is different. I'm not too sure. Okay guys, we're going to move on to the next banknote. This banknote here is 100 Piastres, and it's surprising that given its size, given the fact that it's so much larger than this 200 Piastres note, that the denomination is not higher. I would expect this to be more like 1,000 Piastres. Pretty large note for a relatively smaller denomination. So this particular banknote was issued between 1936 till 1939, and it's really colorful. So on the left here we have some sort of ceremonial vessel. I believe it's like an incense burner, and pretty decorative. Has a food dog on the top and a lot of design elements on the legs. And besides that, we have lots going on this one. We have 3 posts and some decorative panels. And get closer to these panels to show you the design elements. And even on the background we have some dragons and some birds. So very detailed banknote. On the borders we have dragons, flowers, and more intricate pattern. So that's the front. So this banknote was used in all three territories, Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. So this is not specific to any one country. On the back, the color's a little bit more muted, and we have writing in multiple different languages, including Chinese and Japanese. And in the center we have a statue of Joseph Francois Dupleix. So he was a governor general of French India. So we have his portrait in the center, and on the right we have Persephone. Persephone was Roman goddess of spring, and also she's the queen of the underworld. So pretty beautiful note. I want to show you the watermark. So the watermark on this banknote is a indigenous man from Indochina, and this watermark has been used on other notes as well from Indochina. So let's move on to the third and last note. So this beautiful note is 100 piastres, and there are 3 different varieties of this banknote, and the differences are based on the design on the back of the note. So on the front of the note, so this, first of all, this banknote was issued in 1954, and so this is one of the last issues for Indochina. And in the front we have 3 girls, so a girl from Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam, and they're wearing their respective national costumes. Some flowers make up the border of the note, and also on top here it says issuing authority of the states of Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. So this is a graded banknote. On the back of this particular note, so as I was saying, there are 3 different variants. So each country issued their own. So there was a banknote for Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. So this one is issued in Cambodia. So this particular note has the Cambodian temple, Angkor Wat. So Angkor Wat is a temple in city of Angkor, Cambodia, and this particular temple is a Hindu temple complex which was built by King Suryavarma as a tribute to God Vishnu. So Suryavarma, the King Suryavarma, was part of Khmer Empire, and this particular temple was later transformed into Buddhist temple. So Cambodia is a mostly Buddhist country, but it did have a lot of Hindu religion influence. And speaking of Khmer Empire, which is spelled Khmer, so Khmer Empire is not same as Khmer Rouge. So Khmer Rouge was this very evil Communist Party takeover of Vietnam, which was a very turbulent time and led to Cambodian genocide. This is not that. So this is the Khmer Empire, not Khmer Rouge. And so I wanted to tell you about that. Anyways, so if you have the other variant, so this one's from Cambodia and has Angkor Wat temple. If you have the Laos variant, you'll have instead of the temple, you'll have a Laos girl holding a a bowl of flowers, and if you have a Vietnamese variant, then you would have a portrait of Emperor Bao Dai. So another gorgeous banknote. The watermark on this one is just a portrait of an indigenous person from Indochina, I believe. Okay guys, so I showed you 3 beautiful banknotes from Indochina. I hope you liked them. Tell me your thoughts on these notes and keep collecting.